installed, go to IAM. Go to IAM. So go to IAM. So in the IAM, if you scroll down, so in this area there is a quick links option. So there is a quick links option. So in this quick links, click on my security credentials. Okay, click on my security credentials. So guys, I'm showing you again where it is. In the dashboard, IAM dashboard, in the right side corner you can see quick links. So in the right corner you can see quick links. In the quick links, click on my security credentials. So if you are an IAM user, also, I think this option will be there in your IAM console. Okay. So click on this my security credentials, and if you scroll down, you can see an option called access keys. You can see an option called access keys. Click on create access key, acknowledge this and create access keys. So some access keys will be created. Access key and secret access key will be created. Okay. Once after this secret access key and access key is created, store these values in your notepad. So quickly do that in your own AWS console. So go to security credentials, go to access keys and create access keys. So guys, configured and stored. So once after configuring and storing, use this command guys, AWS configure in your command line interface. So in your command line interface, whatever it is, Windows, PowerShell, Mac operating system, Mac terminal, Linux terminal, wherever it is, after installing this AWS CLI SDK, you have to write this AWS configure. Once if you write this AWS configure, it is asking for access key ID. So where do you get this access key ID? From the place where I copied. So I didn't copy it, so I have directly copy and paste here. Next, AWS secret access key. So AWS secret access key ID is also I created, copy, paste, and it is asking for region. So region is where you wanted your services to be accessed. So if you are using Mumbai, use Mumbai location, and if you are using any other North Virginia or Stockholm, Europe, something, you can use. So how do I find out in which region I am using this? So if you click this address bar, in the address bar you have a region specified. In the address bar you have a region specified. So there will be a region here. So just copy this region and put it in the terminal. AP-south-1. Clear guys? So from where you wanted, you have to pull the region. In the address bar of IAM, there will be region. So see the region and put it in this region space and press enter. And output format not needed. You can simply ignore this and press enter. Okay, so these are the values you have to fill in. Once after these values are updated, now your local terminal or whatever terminal is now ready to communicate with your AWS console. Okay, so now let us check whether I may be able to connect with my AWS console. So the command is AWS S3 ls, a simple command. AWS S3 ls. So it will give me the list of buckets. See, I have 2 buckets which are created. Okay, so I have 2 buckets which are created. So ls will show the list of buckets. If I wanted to make any bucket AWS S3 MB. So AWS S3 MB is the command to create a bucket. And bucket name can be anything. So as I told you, it should be very unique. So I am just giving some random name. Press enter. Okay. Just a moment. So always follow this syntax. So S3 colons space /. So AWS S3 MB space S3 colons // and the bucket name. So the bucket will get created. Okay. So if you want to delete the bucket, same command, instead of MB use RB. So bucket will get deleted. So now here it is getting created. Let us see whether it is getting created in the AWS console or not. So I created bucket again. So let's go to S3, go to buckets. So can you be able to see bucket which I created? See what are the last 3 digits? GFDE. So GFDE. So my local terminal is now communicating with your AWS console. So if I delete it, so let's delete. So here it is deleted, and let's see how it gets deleted here. So can you see the bucket got deleted? So this is how you create bucket and delete bucket from the AWS console. From the AWS console. So now let us create a bucket and let's upload some files into S3 bucket using AWS CLI. So for using this, I'll tell you some commands. So guys, note down this command. The command to upload the files from local server to S3 bucket. So this is the command. AWS S3 upload. So local file name space S3 buckets destination. So AWS S3 upload space local file space S3 destination. And in order to download, same AWS S3 download. So upload will upload and download will download it to your local server. So now I'll just show you how to upload a single file. But when you are practicing, so I will give you a task for today. So maybe tomorrow you can come up with that completed task. So tomorrow task is like how I uploaded a single file. I wanted to upload some multiple files with a single command. So note down the task for tomorrow. Note down a task for tomorrow. Upload multiple files. Upload multiple files to S3 bucket. Upload multiple files using S3 bucket from AWS CLI. Upload multiple files to S3 bucket using AWS CLI. So So I will show you how to upload a single file. So first, in my local server, I should have a file created. So let me create a file here, S3 file .txt. So I'll just use a content called testing. So the file is S3 file.txt. So S3 file.txt is the file which I wanted to send it to S3 bucket. So the command is AWS S3 upload the name of the file which I wanted to send, name of the file which I wanted to send, and the S3's destination. So what is S3's destination? S3 colons // the name of the bucket. So what is the name of the bucket? So refresh. So let's say I have to copy to this bucket. Okay, copy the bucket's name and put it here. So AWS S3 upload the file name space the destination, S3's destination. So after this, if you wanted to provide any folder name, you can provide. So if I don't give any folder name, it will directly sorry guys, a small correction, it's not upload, it's CP. AWS S3 CP. CP means copy, MV means move. So CP, if I use, the file which I mentioned here now will be here itself. If I MV now, the file from here will get disappeared and it will be stored in S3 bucket. So AWS S3 CP, the local file name and the destination. So see, uploaded. So it is telling me the output has uploaded. So now let me go to the bucket and see. So this is the bucket. So can you see the file? So can you see the file? So this is how I upload. If I wanted to download, so same S3's destination in the bucket, the name of the file, and go to the path where you wanted to download and put a dot. So what does this dot represent? Your current location. Dot represents your current location. So that means from the S3 bucket, I am trying to download it to the current location. So before using this command, what I'll do, so let me remove this S3 file.txt first. So first let me delete this S3 file.txt. So do you find any file here? So there is no S3 file.txt. So now let me use this command and press enter. So you see, download. Now if I check ls, So I can see the file. I can see the file. Okay. So this is how I upload and download.